members of the Turkish delegation, members of the media. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. It has been an honor and a privilege, Minister, to welcome you and your delegation to the Maldives and host you here in the Maldives. Your visit today marks an important milestone in our 42-year-long bilateral relations. Ladies and gentlemen, this visit of Minister of Foreign Affairs of Turkey and Turkey's commitment to engage with the Maldives clearly signals the goodwill that the government of Turkey holds towards the people of Maldives.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. I'm really happy to be in this beautiful brotherly country, Maldives. And Brother Abdullah, thank you very much for the kind invitation and for the warmest hospitality that we have been enjoying. Let me also congratulate you once again for the election as the 76th President of the UN General Assembly. And, Turkey assumed the 75th presidency of the General Assembly under the leadership of your predecessor, Ambassador Volkan Bozkır. And we are happy to pass it on to our brotherly country and my brother. And this is the sign of trust to yourself and to Maldives, trust of the international community, And once again, I would like to assure you that as Turkey and as your brother, myself, we will support your priorities and we will contribute to your activities, my dear brother and Mr. President. And we will continue our cooperation and coordination at the United Nations, at the OAC, and other platforms. And thank you very much for supporting Turkey's candidature to host the Foreign Minister Council meeting of OAC in Turkey in 2025. And let me also reiterate our support to your candidature to the UN Council, Human Rights Council, and you got Turkey's full support, my brother. And we know that we have common interests and concerns. Climate change is one of them. Is your priority, and Madam Minister was also here. We signed one of the cooperation agreement. So we are ready to continue our cooperation and exchange of views on climate change and environmental issues. And we are supporting the efforts of and as well as initiatives by Maldives to address this common challenge. We always emphasize at international platforms the need to allocate the adequate financial and technical supports to vulnerable and the least developed countries. As Turkey, we ratified the Paris Agreement last year, and we have been also doing our best to meet the standards and also to face this common challenge. And as for our bilateral relations, we are determined to strengthen our bilateral ties and cooperation, of course, through concrete steps. My visit is important, it's symbolic itself, but let's follow up the issues that we discussed today and the agreement that we signed. And I hope we can sign the other draft agreements that we have been negotiating, like the one on the promotion and protection of the investment. And with one of the agreements that we signed, which is on trade and economic cooperation, we are going to establish Joint Economic Commission. And that commission itself is a very useful mechanism to further our economic cooperation, to increase the bilateral trade volume that we doubled in 2021, and also to increase the investment Turkish investment, particularly here, that many Turkish companies are very much interested to invest in tourism sector particularly. And we are ready to share our experience in tourism, safe tourism certification concept that I mentioned at the meeting. And we should also capitalize on the great potential of investment and trade in other sectors as well, not only in tourism sector. And we should aim to reach a trade volume of $100 million for the upcoming 2 years. Then we should set together new targets for bilateral trade. And the interest among the Turkish business people and the investors towards your country has been increasing. I just said, let's encourage them together. Let's organize a business forum. Organize business forums here in Maldives and also in Turkey. There are some sectors that we discuss a little bit, we focus a little bit during the meetings, like constructions, like infrastructure, fishery is another one, and of course tourism. And there are already Turkish companies invested in tourism sectors. We met some of them when I arrived at the airport. And Maldives is becoming a very popular tourism destination for Turkish citizens. Therefore, facilitating the visa or having visa-free regime will further encourage the Turkish tourists to come here in Maldives. Turkish Airlines is indeed contributing a lot to your tourism sector, and they increase their frequency from 7 to 11 per week, but they are considering to further increase this frequency to 14 in September. Thank you very much for your support to Turkish Airlines. And we signed a MOU today between our ministries, so it means that we should have better cooperation between the diplomacy academies, and we will be very happy to have junior diplomats as well as senior diplomats at our ministry, not only at our programs, but also at our ministry for experience sharing programs. And I can also send some junior and senior diplomats to your ministry, my dear brother. Of course, increasing the interparliamentary contacts is also important. It means people-to-people contact. And we have the friendship group at our parliament on our side. I was very happy to hear that the Turkey-Maldives interparliamentary friendship group at your parliament will be established officially very soon. We will discuss this issue with the speaker later on. And counterterrorism, fighting radicalization is another area of our cooperation, and it has been priority for Turkey as well. So we are ready to share our experience, as I also mentioned to your Home Affairs ministers at the working dinner last night. And I would like to thank you for your support in our fight against FETÖ terrorist organization. So I would like to ask you to remain vigilant against this terrorist organization, my dear brother. And I was hoping to host you in Antalya Diplomacy Forum. You told me that you have other engagements, very important ones in New York. So looking forward to having your video message to Antalya Diplomacy Forum in 2023. Inshallah, I will be very happy to host you, Antalya. And there are other issues that we discuss, including this religious cooperation, Islamic Center, and apprenticeship program that we will be very happy to contribute your efforts to that, and my dear brother. So these are the issues. Generally, we discuss about football as well, and I will be very happy to host a delegation from the Football Federation, and I will introduce to our federation as well as major club. And my brother is president of one of the my hometown football club, and we have 2 football clubs at the Super League in Antalya. I will be very happy to host your delegation in my hometown Antalya as well. Once again, thank you very much for the warmest hospitality and also for very fruitful discussions we had and the agreements that we signed today, that we will follow up the implementation of them together. Thank you.
Thank you for that.